Other than OpenAI, there is another company which is producing top quality world class LLMs, and that is Mistral from France. Recently, they released Mistral large model, and AWS has now provisioned that model through their Bedrock service. Last month, AWS added Mistral 7 billion and Mistral 8 into 7 billion mixture of expert models, which are two high performing Mistral AI models to Amazon Bedrock, and now Mistral Large has been added. Mistral Large is the latest and most advanced LLM from Mistral AI, and that is going to offer more choice to AWS customers for building their generative AI application. Mistral Large is a cutting edge text generation model from Mistral that provides top tier reasoning capabilities for complex multilingual reasoning tasks, including text understanding, transformation, and code generations. Now, if you're building your generative AI applications in AWS, then now you can use Mistral Large with AWS Bedrock to articulate conversations, generate nuanced content, and tackle complex reasoning tasks. AWS Bedrock is a simple service which exposes these LLMs through an API. So now you can use this Mistral Large through AWS Bedrock just with an API. And I will also be showing you in this video how you can write those API and use this Mistral Large with the help of Python API in AWS Bedrock. This Mistral Large model, its strength is to extend all the reasoning capabilities to coding with proficiency in code generation, review, and comments across mainstream coding languages. Mistral Large is really fluent in English, French, Spanish, German, and Italian with a nuanced understanding of grammar and cultural context. Mistral Large, along with other Mistral AI models such as Mistral 7 billion and Mixture of Expert model, is already available in Bedrock in North Virginia, Oregon, and Paris regions. But it's not available in Sydney region where I'm based, so I have to go to North Virginia, which is closest to me, in order to get it working. Okay, now enough theory. Let's go to my Visual Studio Code, and I am going to show you where I'll be writing the code. But before that, there is another thing which we need to do. We need to log into our AWS account, which you can see that I'm already logged in. Then we need to search for Mistral Large. Just type Mistral Large here, simply Mistral, and these are the models available from Mistral. Just select the Mistral Large here, and then you can see this is the model card here, and you can click here, or you can read more. But as you can see, I cannot do it because I don't have access to it. In order to gain access, just click on model access, then on manage model access, and then just scroll through, and you will see all the models you have access to. Just select this one, Mistral Large, and then click save changes, and then you would have to sometimes wait for a minute or two, but you can see this time it was very quick, by the way. And now I have the access. So let's go to base models again on the left hand side, then again search with Mistral, select Mistral Large, and now you can see the whole information about it. You can also check the detail about this provider. I have clicked on this Mistral Large, and these are all the examples which you can use here. Oh, as you can see that when I scroll down, it has given me more information about this Mistral large model. That these are the top attributes of this model. These are the languages it is proficient in, and then this is the model version, and this is the context of it, which is 32K, which is quite good. Now, one thing we need for our AWS Bedrock is this model ID. So make sure to grab it. I'm copying it, and now let's go to my VS Code, and I will show you the code as how to access this Mistral large model from Python using your code. So this is my VS Code, and this is the Python code through which I am accessing this Mistral large by using Boto 3 library. So make sure that you have your instance profile or AWS credentials configured here. And you can simply do it by installing AWS CLI and then issuing AWS configure command. Plus, you need to have Python and pip plus Boto 3 library installed on your local system. If you don't know how to do it, just search my channel. I have done few videos around it. First step, I'm importing some Boto 3 library in JSON. Then I am instantiating a Bedrock client with Python with the Boto 3 library. And then I'm simply giving it a prompt like write me a Python program to reverse a list. And then this is instance for instruction, that is a Mistral prompt. And then I am using some of the hyperparameters like this many tokens I want in the output, and these are the probabilities. And then temperature is the randomness of the response. I'm just keeping it at the middle. And then model id, if you remember, we copied it, the Mistral large. And then I'm just using the usual stuff for the application JSON format. I'm invoking the model with Bedrock, and then I'm printing the response. That is how easy it is. Let me make it this bigger. Let me a little bit more. And then I'm going to call this Mistral large function, which is the name of my file. Let's press enter and let's wait for the output to come back. So there you go. You can see that it has printed the program. The formatting is off because it is just in the terminal. But if you look at it, it has gone in and it has written me a Python program to reverse a list. Okay, so this is a coding thing. Now let me ask it a bit of a hard question around complex reasoning. Okay, so let me make it a bit shorter so that I will read it for you. Now, if you look at this prompt, I'm asking it that delve into the ethical implications of advancements in genetic engineering, particularly in the context of human enhancement and gene editing technologies such as CRISPR, Cas9, and then explore questions surrounding genetic privacy, equity, and access to genetic therapies. So you can see that it is quite a controversial, quite a sensitive topic, but quite technical too. So let's see what sort of reasoning this model does. So let me clear the screen and then let me run this program. Let's wait for it to come back. So you can see that it was as was expected. Mr. Large has written a beautifully crafted sort of essay. It is saying that absolutely the rapid advancement in genetic engineering, particularly in human enhancement and gene editing technologies like this, need to have opened up a Pandora's box of ethical implication. Look at that. And then it is going into the equity in access to genetic therapies, and then the potential for designer babies raises question about the commodification of human life and how good is that. And changes made to the human germline could be passed. Amazing stuff. And then it is going on and on. It is also proposing some ethical guidelines or regulatory framework, which could include the informed consent, and then it is goes on and on and on, because we are just specified a stop reason that max token should be, I think, just around 512. Good stuff. Okay, let's ask it one more question. Now in this one, I'm asking it analyze the potential socioeconomic impacts of implementing a universal basic income system in a developed country. Of course, maybe I'll also add in the wake of impending AI induced job losses. Let's see what it does. Let me clear the screen. Let me ask this. Let's wait for it to come back. There you go. It has come back with a very interesting response. It recognizes the universal basic income, and then it is telling that there could be potential outcomes like reduction in poverty. And then similarly, it is talking about economic stability, and then income equality, impact on social services, psychological and social impacts. And then it is talking about implementing funding challenges. Implementing UBI on large scale would require significant funding. This could lead to increased taxes, potential inflation, or increased government debt. And it is conclusion, while UBI could provide a solution to job losses due to AI, its impacts are complex and multifaceted, requiring careful consideration and planning. Awesome stuff. So that's it, guys. I'm already a fan of Mistral models, and Mistral Large I have already covered in various other videos differently. But in this one, we saw that how you can access it through an API call from your local system in Python, or you can use any other language if you have access to. But the thing is that now, with the help of AWS Bedrock, it is exposed to an API, and now you can integrate it with your Lambdas, AWS Lambda functions, or any other AWS service and use it accordingly. And finally, you can also do the real track with it, and then which is the augmented generation with the help of AI, and that really increases the LLM's capability because LLM gets an extended source of data with the help of RAG. So a lot of opportunities, a lot of options there with the help of Bedrock. Try it out. Let me know what you think. If you are stuck or have any questions, feel free to put it in the comments. If you like the content, please consider subscribing to the channel. And if you're already subscribed, then please share it among your network as it helps a lot. Thanks for watching.